Okay, for just a minute, let's forget all the hype around NFTs and crazy crypto prices. Today, we're going under the hood to look at the invisible engine that actually makes Web3, well, work. We're talking about the hidden plumbing that connects our world to the decentralized future. So here's the big question, and I'm sure it's one you've probably asked yourself. Web3 promises to completely change finance, right? But if you've ever actually tried to get started, you've probably hit a wall. Why, after all this time, is it still so darn difficult to use? What is going on here? And you know what? It really boils down to this. The biggest barrier holding Web3 back isn't the complex tech or the weird jargon, it's just getting your money in and out. That process of turning your dollars into crypto, what we call on-ramping, and then getting it back out again is often so confusing and slow that it just stops people cold. But what if there was a solution built specifically to fix this problem? Well, that's where something called a payment engine comes into the picture. You can think of it as the missing piece of the puzzle designed to fix this whole user experience headache once and for all. So what exactly is a Web3 payment engine? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like the power grid for this new digital economy. It's the financial plumbing that connects our regular, traditional money to the world of crypto. This means any Web3 business, whether it's a wallet or an NFT marketplace, can easily accept payments just like any online store you'd use today. Now, to make this real, let's look at a company that basically lives and breathes this stuff. This quote comes straight from Mercurio, a platform that positions itself as exactly this solution, the invisible engine that's already powering some of the biggest names out there. So how does an engine like this actually do its thing? It all comes down to two really simple functions: having great tools for getting your money in and having great tools for spending it. Let's break down how each of those works. And wow, the difference is just night and day. On the left, you've got the old way, a total mess of different platforms, confusing interfaces, bank wires, and just waiting and waiting and waiting. But on the right, you have the new way, powered by a payment engine. Everything happens in one simple little window, right inside the app you're already using. No fuss. And when I say simple, I mean, how simple is it? Well, according to the source material, this whole process can take just 15 seconds. Seriously, you choose your crypto, you pop in your card details just like you would on Amazon, and boom, the assets show up right in your Web3 wallet. This one change pretty much eliminates all the friction that keeps new people away. But it's not just about getting money in, right? What about the other direction? That's where the spend tools come in. This engine lets companies instantly issue virtual, co-branded cards to their users. These cards link directly to a user's crypto wallet, which means they can spend their digital assets in the real world, anywhere that accepts cards. It completely bridges that gap from digital back to physical. Okay, a 15-second on-ramp sounds fantastic. But does this kind of thing actually work at scale? I mean, is anyone really using this? Let's take a look at the numbers, because the proof is in the numbers. 12 million. Let that sink in for a second. That's how many individual people have entered the Web3 world through just this one payment engine. To give you some perspective, that's more than the entire population of Sweden. This is not some niche tool, it's a massive gateway for mainstream adoption. And those 12 million users are moving some serious money. $2 billion have been processed through this system. This shows it's not just for small experimental purchases. This is a seriously robust piece of financial infrastructure that can handle huge volume. And it's not just the users who trust it. Over 500 Web3 companies have built this engine directly into their own products. And it makes perfect sense, right? By letting someone else handle the complex payment stuff, they can focus on what they're actually good at, whether that's building a game, a wallet, or a new financial tool. And the reach here is truly global. We're talking support in over 150 countries for more than 70 different cryptocurrencies, using over 10 payment methods people already know and trust. That flexibility is absolutely key if you want to bring a diverse worldwide user base into the fold. So, we've seen the tech, we've seen the massive numbers. Let's zoom back out for a second. Who are these 500 plus companies, and what does this engine actually let them build? Why does any of this matter for the future of the decentralized web? Well, this table breaks it down perfectly. For crypto wallets, it's a no-brainer. They can onboard users from anywhere in the world. For decentralized exchanges, DEXs, it lets people trade directly from their bank account. For NFT and gaming platforms, it just means a super easy checkout process. And for yield platforms, it makes depositing funds to earn rewards incredibly simple for their users. Ultimately, everything we've talked about serves this one single mission. The goal isn't just to move money around. It's to lower the barrier to entry so that absolutely anyone can participate in the on-chain economy, that world of transactions that happen directly on the blockchain. And here it is. This is the main takeaway. When you go to a website, you don't think about the complex protocols working in the background. You just browse. This kind of payment infrastructure is aiming to do the exact same thing for Web3. It's the invisible layer that hides all the complexity, making the decentralized world feel as simple and accessible as the internet we use every single day. Which, of course, leaves us with one final massive question. We've seen how this engine gets rid of the friction, how it scales to millions of users and billions of dollars. So, could this be it? Could this kind of invisible, user-friendly financial plumbing be the key that finally unlocks the door for the next billion people to come on chain? Now that is something to think about.